What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Zach checking in, and we have a special one today. I was going to make a video just going over briefly the little battle between Robinhood and M1 Finance, because everyone's been talking about the cash management account with Robinhood, but I haven't seen many people talk about the M1 Finance spend account. But this headline right here that you're seeing caught my eye, and it is none other than Charles Schwab back at it again, going after Robinhood. Will offer fractional share trading in an effort to attract young investors. So this is going to be a very interesting little war we have going on, because as you know, Robinhood came out with their cash management account, as I had mentioned, with their 2.05% APY, and this is going to be a direct little hit from Charles Schwab, simply because Robinhood doesn't offer fractional sharing. Now, I've emailed them, Robinhood, and waited about a week for a response, and asked if they were going to be implementing fractional shares at some point. They said yes, and it will be soon. Now, I sent this email, I think, in January, February, so their definition of soon is a little skewed. So we'll see if it happens. It might end up being a little bit too late, too late if they don't fix it, because M1 Finance, you know, which is the app I use for my Roth IRA, already does it. So we'll see what they end up doing with that, because at this point I'm just considering moving everything over to M1 Finance and just leaving it at that, because personally, yeah, I am a millennial, and the appeal of Robinhood, M1, something like that, that's not a traditional bank, does have a strong appeal for me. And but eventually they will become banks, because M1 Finance's spend account is, as they say, it is a direct deposit into a checking account, and that's fully integrated with the app. But my only issue with them is you get a 1.5% APY, 1% cash back on all purchases with no limits if you sign up for the M1 Plus, which is $100 a year. And the $100 a year against these two right here, I don't really think it's worth it. Now the standard would be fine if that's what you're going for, but you know, they have to know paying $100 a year for 1.5 when you get 2.05 Robinhood for nothing, and you get a card that you can use, I guess, but that doesn't really translate too well. So if anything, I would consider doing the M1 standard, but never the M1 Plus, especially for that cost. Now, the interest on, let's take a look at Charles Schwab, for example. Their APY is 0.23%. So at this point, in terms of holding money there to in one of their savings accounts to grow, is not anything to be compared with the 2.05 you get with Robinhood. Of course, it is better than a lot of other major banks, but it's just pretty minimal in comparison. Now, of course, this rate could go up, could go down, just all depends. But we'll see how it goes from there. But this is a pretty big deal. Robinhood will have to implement, I feel, going to have to implement fractional share trading sooner rather than later, just to stay alive at this point. Because Charles Schwab, considering how long it's been around and offering all these new things to take out Robinhood, M1 Finance, all that, Webull, all that good stuff, they have the resources, they have the establishment, and the name behind them in order to do it. Because I'll admit, whenever I signed up for Robinhood initially, I was very skeptical. I was like, man, I don't know, because there's this stigma around an app, and only an app. Now, if it's a bank with an app, that's one thing, but just an app and no brick and mortar place you can go to, there's a stigma behind that, and even I was iffy about it, but it all turned out okay. So now, one thing I do find hilarious is fractional shares allow traders to own slivers of stock, opening expensive stocks like Amazon and Berkshire Hathaway Class A. I mean, sure, give it 30 years, you might own one share. but anyway, it's just interesting. So, of course, we'll have to wait and see what Robinhood and primarily Robinhood does. M1 Finance has to do something. Whether it's raise their interest rate and get rid of the annual fee, or boost their checking the checking account that they offer, boost the features with that. But Robinhood needs to definitely get their act together as far as this cash management goes. I feel like whenever you have an integrated app that has an investment account and a checking or some sort of account like that, the possibilities are endless. The way that you can make the perks of the two intertwine and make it real appealing for people to come in and stay in. Because if you got the Charles Schwabs and E-Trades, Ameritrades, whatever, following suit and doing things like this, then it's going to be very difficult for them to hold on to what they have. And of course, the cash management account was a step in the right direction, but this little update, they're going to have to come up with something. Then Charles Schwab will probably answer, Robinhood will answer. So luckily, I'm not mad about it, because we actually have a lot of great competition in the investment platform area. So all the benefit for us. We'll see how it goes from here, but as of right now, even with this announcement, I'm sticking with Robinhood. I'm a little annoyed that in the past, since the cash management account came open, I've only gone up a couple thousand. What they really need to do is really roll that out a lot quicker and get people to have their money there, so they're less likely to take it out. So the almost 500,000 people they have on the waiting list, they need to really step it up and get them in there. So we'll see how it goes, but right now I'm sticking with Robinhood, and M1 Finance, of course, for the Roth. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. But that's going to be all for today. Just wanted to make that quick little video, since the one I had planned kind of got thrown out the water because I had to talk about this. But drop a like on the video. If you're new here, subscribe. Feel free to leave any thoughts or opinions you have on this whole little battle we have going in the comments below, and I'll be sure to respond to you guys. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.